Welcome to another episode of Mexican in the Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a salsa. It's a traditional salsa. It's made on a molcajete. On my last video I showed you how to season or how to cure this kind of mortar. It's a traditional Mexican mortar. It's usually made with volcanic stone. It gives a really nice presentation, really nice taste when you use it. So it's very simple. It's one of those hot sauces that it looks very pretty, especially if you put it like this on the table. You can also use a blender, you can use a mortar from some other kind of material, but the whole point of this is that the hot sauce is really tasty. We're going to use 4 ingredients plus some salt. It's just some tomatoes, onion, garlic, jalapeno. You can also use many variations of this. You can use basically any chili you want. It will change the spice level. It will also change the flavor. But this is a base for you to use in almost any kind of hot sauce. I'm going to show you how it is. We're going to take this to a comal or a skillet. We're going to almost burn the ingredients and then we're going to use our mortar. It's very tasty. You can always have it on the table. It goes with tacos, with eggs, with any kind of food. You can put it on top just to give this extra flavor. So I'm going to show you how you do it. I hope you like the video. Press like, subscribe, all those kind of things, and let's go and check it out. As I said before, I have my skillet. It's on a 4 or 5 out of 6, so it's on a medium-high fire. I don't know if you can appreciate it on the video, but I didn't peel the garlic completely. They have a bit of the skin still on. It doesn't really matter. It's going to burn anyway, so just leave it there. You can peel it, of course, but it will give a bit of an extra flavor when we put everything on the mortar. For my sauce, these are the base ingredients. I have 4 tomatoes, 1 small onion that's around the size of one of the tomatoes, 2 garlic cloves, and 2 jalapenos. Of course, if you like it more spicy, you can use more chilies. You can use serranos, you can use habaneros, or any other kind of chili you prefer. For this sauce, there's not much to do. Just keep an eye on the ingredients. Make sure they get this really nice charred color, but they don't get completely ruined. You will notice, and you might think, okay, this is a bit too much, but it doesn't really matter because it's just the outer part that is getting charred. This will give a nice flavor. We want the tomatoes to almost completely burn the whole skin. You will notice the chilies are moving around. They start crackling. They sound quite nice. This might be a bit too strong. I cut the stems, but if you cannot stand the spiciness too much, you can leave it and just cut it afterwards. At this point, this onion is starting to get quite soft. You can tell it's becoming this see-through kind of color. It's really nice. Some people will leave it here until it almost caramelizes and completely burns. This is a matter of preference. I will take it out right now. Of course, you can do however you prefer. I'm reserving my onion on a separate plate for later. At this point, my garlic seems like it's starting to get burned, but you can tell it's a bit yellowish. I'm gonna take it out. It's really nice. The outer layer is quite charred, but the inside is really soft, really nice. After a while, the next ingredient to be ready is the jalapenos. You can tell the skin is quite soft now. It starts to get these wrinkles. The smell is amazing. It reminds me of my childhood when my dad or my mom would make this kind of salsa on the stove. The whole house would smell like it. It's really nice smell. At this point, I'm going to take my tomatoes out. You can still leave them there. You can burn completely the whole skin and it wouldn't matter. I'm gonna leave it like this because I've taken most of the ingredients out a bit early, so I'll keep it consistent. I finally have my mortar here with all my ingredients, and I'm going to start by adding some salt. At this point, you can use a blender, but the order would be a bit different. If you use a blender, you would use the tomatoes first because they have the most amount of water and that will make the blender work better. In this case, that liquid will make it very hard for us to use the mortar. So I'm starting with the garlic. If you saw my last video where I seasoned my mortar with some garlic, you might notice this is the same exact thing. I'm wanting to create that kind of paste. Once I've made a paste with my garlic and my salt, I'm going to add the onions. And at this point, I'm going to repeat the process. It might take a while. It also takes a bit for you to get the hang of it. You might have to try it a few times just to realize what's the better angle and what's the better technique for using the stone. You have to do this like circular motion kind of thing. At the end, it's a hard work still, but you will notice it becomes easier every time you do it. After I'm done with my onions, I'm going to have the jalapenos. This already smells amazing. You have no idea how beautiful the onion, the garlic smell. The chilies now are giving a lot of flavor, a lot of really nice smells. So I'm going to repeat the process once again, just keep going at it. The texture we're getting from using the mortar is amazing. It's a bit different than if you would use the blender, but it's definitely worth it. I am done with my jalapenos now, and I don't know if you can appreciate how beautiful texture we're getting. This color is amazing, the smells are just beautiful, completely undescribable. At this point, when I am adding my tomatoes, you will notice why I told you we should leave this at the end, because you will notice there's a lot of liquid coming out, and this would have made our job way harder. At this point it doesn't really matter, because now all we want to do is to completely smash the tomatoes, and we want to mix it with our paste we already have. This will make our salsa complete. It will be beautiful, it will be a very nice texture. If you have some chips, you can have some chips with it. It's just beautiful, it works for so many things. It also looks amazing when you have it on the table on a molcajete. It's just a perfect sauce. Just play with it. If you reach this point of the video, just let me know if you do something similar, if you would try some other variations, what would you do, which are your favorite chilies for doing this kind of thing. Because at this point I'm ready with my salsa. I hope you like it. I like it chunky. You can still keep doing it, but this is intended to be like this. It has a lot of texture, a lot of character. It's really a beautiful sauce. So if you like the video, press like, subscribe, all those kind of things, and see you in the next one.